Hi guys, so today we are doing another DIY video and I'm pretty excited about this one actually. I've not got a recipe to follow, so fingers crossed. Basically, I was watching a Nicole Sky's video during the week and she was talking about her rainbow nose strip that she done, and one of her subscribers actually done it wrong and ended up dyeing their face, and I thought, wow, remember those peel off lip stains and eyebrow stains that everybody was using? I wonder if I can DIY that using this person's mistake. So that is what we are going to do today. So I have already mixed my products and I will insert the mixy kitcheny part just now, and then we will come back and we will try them on. Okay, so we're back in the usual DIY filming space. I've got my little empty containers here. I just got a pack of 5 from Primark. I've got my PVA glue, I've got my food colouring, I've got a spatula for mixing, measuring spoon, and a little jug with some water in it. So I'm going to start with about half a teaspoon of the PVA in each tub, and I'm just going to squeeze that out. Now you could just squeeze in however much you want and just mix it to, consistency, but I'm trying to be more exact about these videos because they might be more helpful for people that way. So just wait for that to dribble off the spoon. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water just to make this slightly less sticky. Because if you remember, we used PVA glue as the base for the peel-off blackhead mask on the nose, and because we're using this for a peel-off lip stain and potentially a peel-off brow stain, we don't want it to be quite that sticky. We don't want to be pulling at the skin or the hairs. So I'm just going to take some water from my little jug and just put a couple of drops into each container. Right, and then let's start with the colouring. So I'm just going to use black food colouring for the brow one because I have really dark brows and, well, I couldn't find brown food colouring as well, if I'm honest. For the lips, let's do a splidge of red and then a little bit of blue to give it a bit more of a purpley tint. That came out nice and easy. And then let's see what colour this ends up. I might want to put some black in there just to kind of deepen it up, but I'll see what we end up with. So this black looks really pigmented and quite scary. Just being brutally honest with you. Okay, and then other side of my spatula. That looks like a very bright red and not a lot of the blue seems to have shown up. So I'm going to add a little drop more and a little drop of the black as well. And then mix that some more. You could also just mix this with the cocktail sticks that I normally use, but this is what we're playing with today. And it's not a really dark burgundy colour. That could be really pretty. I think the brow one actually needs a little bit more pigment. So let's go ahead and do that. Just so that it's nice and even. There was a couple of kind of white patches in there. Okay. Right, they both look okay, so I am going to close those jars up and get through and try these guys on. Okay, so I have my 2 tubs here. We're going to start with the lip stain. I've got a brush. I'm not really sure how well this is going to apply. It might be too runny, but we will see. that's what these videos are for. So I feel like I need to put this on quite thick. Okay, so far this feels really weird and sloppy and like it might not dry, but we're going to give it a couple of minutes, see what we get, try not to get it in my mouth, and we will see where we are. Okay, so it's been almost 10 minutes and this is dry. I'm going to just zoom in and we'll see what it's like coming off. It does look very patchy, so I'm not optimistic about the result that we're going to get, but yeah. Ew. I don't know, I feel like we've maybe got a little bit of a stain, but nothing major. Although, since that wasn't terribly difficult to peel off, I'm going to brave the eyebrows. So I've got a brush, got my brow one, which is apparently not mixed very well. Oops. And let's just finish mixing it for one thing. Okay. Let's get my mirror. I'm not trying to do this in the camera lens, I'm afraid. Oh, this feels so wrong. Let's just do one eyebrow because then we'll be able to see what the results are. I should have just done half my lips. Silly me. So again, I'm trying to make sure that there's a reasonably thick application so that it's easier to peel off. Can you imagine if I had brows like that all day? Such a good look. Okay, let's give this another 10 minutes, possibly longer because I think I just put that on much thicker, and we will see what we're left with. Right, so it has now been 10 minutes and this feels really weird whenever you try and move your brows about. So let's get taking this off. Oh, okay, no, not quite dry. Let's give it another 5 minutes. Right, so it's been another 6 minutes. Hopefully this is going to be dry through and not just kind of like dry on the top and then when I actually rub at it, not. So let's just try and get an edge we can start peeling from. Ooh. I don't think this is going to come off in one good bit because it's worked through the hairs. And it's still wet in that bit. Oh my god! Right. I have a brow and lash comb. I think I'm just going to use that to try and remove the brow product, because if it's not dry after 15 minutes, bit skeptical it's ever going to. That's not working either. Okay, now these bits are dry, but oh no, I'm pulling out my eyebrows. Okay. Bad, 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 bad. Does look darker though. Okay, some of this is dry and peeling, so just trying to get it started. And make sure you pull, no, that's got hair in it as well. Oh no! I'm gonna have darker brows but less of them. Okay, so, I mean, it has worked. It has worked, but it's not a good look, to be honest with you. I've wiped off all my foundation, and I've pulled out a couple of brow hairs, and I think it's a lot of the skin might have been dyed as well. Let's see. So my skin doesn't seem to be dyed, so that's okay. I've just pulled out some hairs that I really didn't want to pull out. So it's worked, but it's not a very groomed finish. I still want to go and fill my brows in the traditional way and set them. But it's up to you what you're looking for. It is a very kind of natural bushy look and still darker, so if you're going for that, maybe. Just maybe add a little bit more water so that you are still bushy and aren't losing hairs, which is what has happened to me. So far I'm not giving a confident answer on whether this is a kind of fail or not as a DIY. I am going to go do some editing so that I can see whether the lips worked at all. I mean, I think they did, but it's not very even. The brows definitely worked, but would maybe tweak the formula a little bit, put a bit more water in it. But it's not worked to an extent where I can feel like I can forgo just, you know, filling in my brows like I normally do. So I'm going to come back tomorrow. I want to see if these actually, you know, last in the tubs that they're in, or whether they dry out, and we will find out tomorrow, I guess. Because there's no point in this as a DIY if you can only use it once. That's too much faff for not a huge amount of result. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, so it is now 11:45 on the next day from making my peel off stains, and they are still liquid. So that's good to know that they do actually seem to stay okay in their jars. And I've used it again today because I do quite like the berry stain. I left it on for a bit longer and put on a little bit more product, and I'm now quite confident that there was a stain coming from it. So I'm giving this a half DIY thumbs up. I'm happy with the lip one. I'm happy that I want to go and mix different colours and it's kind of fun. I kind of think I could probably get the same effect just by rubbing the food dye onto my mouth, but ultimately the glue maybe stops it dripping a little bit and the peeling's quite fun. For the brows, I'm not on board with it. I didn't really like the effect. While there was a stain, I think my brows looked really untidy with it, and then it pulled out some of my brows, which I'm not up for doing on a regular basis. I want them to stay where they are. So let me know if you give this a try, leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys for another DIY next week once I can think up what one to actually do. Bye guys!